Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the weight of the past or anxious about the uncertainty of the future? What if the peace you've been searching for isn't somewhere out there, but right here, hidden in the present moment? Today we're exploring the practice of presence, a path to inner peace. Together we'll discover the transformative power of living fully in the now. Presence is the simple yet profound awareness of what is right now. It's not about escaping reality. It's about fully embracing it without judgment. Most of us live in our minds, tangled in thoughts about the past or worries about the future. But the truth is, life only ever happens now. The past is a memory. The future is simply a concept. Present moment is all we truly have. In A Course in Miracles, it states that now is the closest approximation of eternity that this world offers. This isn't just a poetic idea, it's a truth we can experience directly. The present moment is where eternity touches time, where peace is always available. When we anchor ourselves in the present, something beautiful happens. The mind quiets and we become still, and a deep sense of peace arises from that. Peace is in the now. It's right here. It's already within you. One of the beautiful things about practicing presence is that it doesn't require hours of meditation or a special environment or particular rituals or anything like this. You can do it right here and now, wherever you are. It's about small intentional shifts. And here I want to give you 3 simple ways on how you can start to practice this right now in your daily life. The first one is just simply feeling your breath. You can do this right now. Just take a slow, deep breath. Feel the air filling in your lungs. Notice the rise and fall of your breath. The breath really is the anchor. It can be one of the anchors in bringing you into the present moment. The second one is engaging with your senses. Look around you in the room that you're sitting in. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? What do you smell and taste and so on? Really let your senses draw you into the present moment. And the third one is simply witnessing your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. And in truth, you are really the awareness behind your thoughts. And you can simply start to observe your thoughts like clouds in the sky. Simply clouds passing in the sky. You are the sky and the clouds are your thoughts. And once we start to deepen presence, you'll start to see that you are not your thoughts. And you never were. This deeply profound realization that you are not your thoughts or your fears or even your body creates a space for peace to arise naturally. So again, practicing presence can be a deeply and profound spiritual practice. Presence isn't just about like a mental exercise or something like this, or like a meditation. It's deeper than that. It's a sacred practice. In the stillness of the now, we become aware of something deeper, presence of life itself. Practicing presence can be, and I encourage it for it to be your daily spiritual practice from here on out. When we look at our day-to-day life, our days are really made up of smaller tasks. They're not overwhelmingly exciting. We don't have these huge hits of stimulation or excitement or fun or any of that. Those come in our lives, but they're not consistent. They're not an everyday thing. So how we can actually start to enjoy life more and create more of a sense of peace in our life is to simply practice presence, is to come into the now. So the chores that you have to do on a day-to-day basis, give your fullest attention to doing that. Maybe it's folding laundry or even eating your meal or driving in your car to work or exercising or whatever it may be, the day-to-day things that you do. You can start to enjoy them more by giving your attention to it. I remember there was a time where my wife and we didn't have a dishwasher in our house, and my ego really resisted washing dishes. It was boring. I didn't want to do it. There was a million other things I would rather be doing than standing in the kitchen and washing dishes. So when I started to learn presence myself, and actually in this way giving my fullest attention to the task at hand, which is one of the practices in which you can do, is that when I did that, when I simply just took the fork or the knife or whatever it is that was cleaning and I just gave my attention to washing it, and cleaning it. I actually started to enjoy the doing of that task. Where before, I would have just labeled it as something boring. But now there was a sense of peace with it. There is a sense of enjoyment, and it's through that focused attention that peace arises. And then in whatever it is that you're doing, there's an enjoyment of it. It's like you start to enjoy it. And you can do that with anything. Another thing you can incorporate presence into, and simply just being mindful, is when you're eating your meals. How many of us are scrolling on our phones, or we're thinking about what we're going to be doing after we're eating, or we're dwelling on something that happened earlier in the day and we're eating, and we just completely miss our meal. We completely miss the enjoyment of that actual thing by engaging with your mind, or you're on your phone, or it's sitting on your couch watching TV when you're eating your meal. Make that something you carve out during your day as a spiritual practice too. Is when you come to eat your meals throughout the day, try to bring your fullest attention, bring presence into that. So that's something you can start with. I know I gave a couple examples, bringing yourself to your breath, observing your thoughts, and so on. But do this too. When you're having your meals, bring your attention to it. Peace will arise from this, and you'll actually start to enjoy it more. So when we bring our attention to these smaller kind of mundane tasks that we have to do throughout the day, we can become more peaceful in doing them and also enjoy them more. When you're at your job, perhaps you're working on a project, or there's something that you're doing, or maybe you're a writer, or you work in a creative setting, or maybe you don't, maybe it's something completely different. But when you give your full attention to the product that you're working on or the thing that you're doing, a higher quality comes in. Maybe you work with customers, and maybe some of those customers are very difficult, or clients. Perhaps becoming still and present and rooted in the now, your answers will kind of naturally come, or the thing you're supposed to say to them or talk to them about, or perhaps just allowing them to speak and you being kind of the presence and the stillness for them. It's through that stillness and presence that right answers come about, or you say the exact thing you needed to say, or maybe you need to be mindful and present for them. Maybe they're difficult, and maybe there isn't anything you need to say back to them. I'm not sure, whatever the situation is, but being rooted in presence, being in the now, still and present to the person you're working with or the project that you're doing, will bring about a higher quality and a better outcome for you in your work. So this is applicable. Presence practice is applicable to everything and anything throughout your day. So peace isn't something you achieve. It's something you awaken to. It's already within you, waiting beneath the noise of thought and distraction. So today I invite you to pause, to breathe, to be still, and to remember who you truly are. And who you truly are is the awareness behind the mind and also beyond your physical body. You are that ever-present stillness within. You are not something that can be labeled and can be interpreted. So today I invite you to pause, to breathe, and be still, and remember who you truly are. And who you truly are is really beyond the mind. It's really beyond the body even. You are the awareness in a spiritual sense here, and spiritually speaking, and in actual truth. You are beyond the person, beyond the mind. You're not your thoughts, you're not your body, you are the awareness behind it. And through practicing presence, you start to come more into who you truly are, which is the awareness. If this message resonated with you, please consider sharing it with someone who may need this today, who may need a moment of peace today. And don't forget to subscribe and join me for more reflections on presence and spirituality and really the beauty of the now. So until next time, may you walk in peace. I encourage you to practice presence, to bring this into your daily practice today, and I will leave you with that. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.